Hmm. Oh, the bash wasn't new? I must have just not gotten it. Okay. Interesting. Was that Bork? That was Booker. Borkin. Bork, Bork, Bork. Booker says, Bork, Bork. Hmm. Gave him a little boop on his snoot there, chat. Little snoot on his boop. E. Blake.
Access grant.
There. So it looks like we may want to try to get this guy first because he's like the furthest back. Yeah, let's get him first. He's the dude that's like over there.
Who's there?
Your footsteps? Yeah? Who is it?
No.
Gotta stay out there, goddammit. Hello? If anyone is hiding here, better come out. Relax. No one's here.
Okay, I think we gotta take the other guy out with like a one shot. Let's try this. It looks like if we could take that guy out over there outside of the cone of vision, maybe we can do this. I don't know if this other guy's on a patrol though.
Someone, stop! I see you!
He is on a patrol, but I think the body's in a good enough spot. We just got to be a little more careful. Boom. Finished running the test you asked for on the Asian girl, subject 521. Sorry to say it looks like an epic fail. I applied the stimulus pattern exactly as prescribed, and even cross-checked it with the Ebenhart module, but the BMI you implanted isn't picking up any activity in the cortical neurons. I think you might need to go back to the drawing board on this one.
Yeah? Who is it? gonna stay out there, goddammit?
The money. This time the money is in the entire West Coast collapse.
Nope. I don't think your neck is supposed to bend that way. I'm just gonna leave that alone.
So instead of waiting for it to happen, they'll just
Relaire says, I see you.
What?
Oh, look at me. I don't have my face on. Let's go this way. Oh, it just goes in there. Got the traveler experience, though? Oop. No. Printer bandit. That's it. Boop.
Okay, before we take a break, I want to go over some issues. Let me break this down.
This goes up, not down. Guess I have Barry's face on instead. That's right. Oh, what? I have made a huge mistake.
Access granted.
Nuclear is loving the Noita gameplay. Thank you. Yeah, I'm looking forward to playing more. I've been loving Noita. Been having a great time with it. Good old time. Ooh. Oh, y'all look like you're having a good time. Everyone writhing in agony. Cool, 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 cool.
Adam? Adam Jensen? Good grief, lad. What the blazes happened to you?
I made the mistake of surviving. I'm here to get you out, Dr. Faraday.
I told Vasily that Seraph wouldn't stop looking.
Sevchenko's dead, Dr. Faraday. I'm sorry.
I figured as much. One day he was just gone, and they wouldn't say why. We were all afraid, so we just kept to the work. They forced me to create a signal pattern that could broadcast software upgrades directly into a person's implanted circuitry.
Upgrades? That do what?
Whatever instructions have been encoded into them. They said it was to improve efficiency at clinics, but that wouldn't be the only application. Far from it.
Really? What about Dr. Reed? Her GPL signal isn't broadcasting. Do you know where she is?
In the secured zone. You'll never get in there. Too many guards.
A distraction might encourage them to leave the area. Say, an incident in one of the labs.
A bold plan, my boy. But one small incident would never be enough.
No, you're right. But 3 simultaneous accidents might.
I like your style, son. And it just might work if you can get Nia and Eric to agree. But timing them to occur at once, that will be the trick.
I'll worry about the timing. For now, sit tight and wait for my signal.
There's one thing you're forgetting, lad. They can track our GPL signals.
I thought as much. But we have no choice.
There may be something. Vasily wanted to upload a virus onto their security network, disable their GPL protocols. Eric or Nia might know more about it.
Have you seen Nia Colvin lately? I haven't found her yet.
They've done a good job keeping us all separated, but I suspect she'll be in the Microgen building. There's a skywalk connecting the 2 buildings. If you can find it, you won't have to go back outside.
Any idea who's behind this, Doc? The kidnapping, the facility?
Not really. Remarkable considering I've been here 6 months. You would have thought someone would let something slip. But if it doesn't have to do with the research, you don't get a word out of them.
Sounds like the guards are well trained. But what kind of threats were needed to stop the other researchers from talking?
Well, there were threats early on just to get us to work. Of course, Vasily saw right through that. Kept saying they needed us. I suppose in his case, the risk outstripped the return at some point. Damn them.
Dr. Sevchenko probably knew the risks and accepted them.
That he did. Go on, lad. Let's put this plan of yours into action. It's time to teach these wankers a lesson.
I'm still looking for Dr. Cohh. I don't suppose you could point me in the right direction.
Eric showed an amazing bit of courage a few weeks back. Slipped a note into one of the project reports, telling me they've got him locked inside a lab on the 3rd floor of the Microgen building. I suspect, though, they'll have cameras and other security devices protecting it. You'll have to be on your guard, son.
Okay.
Gotcha. Just be ready.
Wankers.
When you feel your GPL vibrate, set off that distraction.
Understood, lad. But do be careful.
I will do my probably. Let's go with probably. Do I hope they'll release another Deus Ex? I do. I hope they complete the franchise. My dream scenario is that they complete Adam Jensen's saga, and in that completion, this is my copium. In that completion, we get a good Deus Ex, solid addition to the remake franchise that connects Adam Jensen's arc with the J.C. Denton arc. And then they do a worthy remake of the original Deus Ex in this engine, maybe even carry on the franchise from there. But I think the chances of all that happening are incredibly copium. Yeah. I need more Elias to Fexus as Adam Jensen. Oh, me too, dude. They did him dirty. Like he there's no question that he should be. They should continue and finish Adam Jensen's story. It's not done. They like, you'll see in Mankind Divided, it's not done. They have some serious work to do. And more importantly, not only is it not done, but there's so many different cool ways they can take it. Like, it's not like they hit a wall or something. It's like they opened up all the different possibilities. So yeah, to answer the question again, yes, I absolutely hope they finish the Deus Ex franchise at some point and then continue it. Am I gonna play Deus Ex 1? Not right now. No, I'm gonna save Deus Ex 1 for when they hopefully announce a new Deus Ex. That'll be my victory lap. The opium. I need more Sleeping Dogs.
Access
I've never
granted.
played Sleeping Dogs. One day. One day. Is this still the DLC? No. No, it's not. This is the main game. I think this is the second to last level, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe.
Word the scientists complaining about sounds coming from the morgue.
Sounds? If this is going to be some kind of ghost story, you can save your breath, Lieutenant.
No, nothing like that, sir. They were saying they thought it had something to do with the plumbing. Should I take a look down there?
Not worth it. Probably just a valve that needs tightening.
Nope. Highly trained. Man, two computers right next to each other, huh?
Access granted.
Oh, Adam Jensen. Interesting. Megan Reed. Current status acquired. Current status alive. Eric Koss acquired. Nia Colvin acquired. Vasily Sevenchenko deceased. Declan Farty acquired. Weird. The lab Sevchenko was using in the microgen building has been officially cleaned from top to bottom. No forensic team in the world will be able to find trace materials in there. Change the door code. That. Kind of the request from Dwayne to have a hidden camera installed in his lab. Should we play along and humor him? He still thinks it's one of the other eggheads in his department that's putting all the farm porn on his PC. Sure, we can even record one of us wearing a lab tech uniform the next time we do it. Can't wait to see the look on his face when he sees what I did with his stapler. Oh, God. Okay. Bork, bork, bork. Bork, bork. Bork, bork. I think my contractor is working right outside of my front door, so Booker will most likely be have big words to say about this. Big words. Audi817 says, hello. Hello. How are you? System Shock 1 and 2? Yes, we will be playing System Shock 1 and 2 hopefully this year. Night Dive Studios is making a bottom-to-top remake of System Shock 1. A reboot, if you will. Actually, it's more of a remake. And we're going to be playing that as soon as it comes out. And then around that time, or already, there's a System Shock 2 remaster that's going to be coming out. So we're going to do a System Shock 1 and 2 playthrough. I'm actually really excited for that. I've never played System Shock 1, and it has been so long since I played System Shock 2. Both fantastic games. Is the reboot still live? I thought it died. Oh yeah, Mr. Weedos. Oh yeah, Night Dive Studios? Yeah. They're still very much working on it. They basically, what's really interesting, what they did is Night Dive Studios basically started to remake System Shock 1, and then they put out like a demo to the community for them to look at it. And from what I understand, the community was not super pleased. They had some serious feedback about how it was going and how it was looking. And at that point, the Night Dive Studios went kind of quiet for a while. And then they came back and they were like, okay, here is the new version. We've taken all of your feedback into account and check it out now. And that's the one I played, and it was pretty damn cool. So yeah, like I'm pretty sure they're still hard at work on it. And from what I understand, it's okay. We need to find some way to disable that camera. Is Prey the same devs as any of the System Shock games? The gameplay feels super similar. The newest Prey is Arcane, because of Dishonored. No, bro? Bro, are you sleeping? You too, Vickman. What do you think about Prey? I think it's great. We're going to be playing a Prey playthrough after Mankind Divided, I think. Yep. You asked me to keep a close eye on electronic communications between our 5 newest arrivals. For the most part, they seem to be sticking to the guidelines you laid out for them, although there have been a few questionable comments directed to the team leader. For everyone except the Russian, that is. He's attempted more than once to hack through our restricted protocols and get messages to the others. Oh, that's Sevchenko. Maybe that's why they killed him. How the F are we still getting Nigerian spam mail? We'll get you, man. We'll get you.
Access granted.
Great. All right, we'll turn off both those cameras. That'll let us deal with those soldiers a lot easier. Now he is currently on the other end of the hallway. Where did the 2 soldiers go that were walking here? Oh, no, they're at the other hallway. They're down the main hallway. Okay. They're right around this corner to the right. Cool overlay, says Blueby. Thanks. Yeah, Tech Team 6 did a great job with this one. we're gonna have to move quick here. Wait, is he in here? No, we went down this hall.
Possible situation. Make the call. Make the call.
Hostile!
Go! Go! Double time!
You can't escape!
Okay. We have to do this a little differently. Make the call, chat. Co-phone, moji moji. Make the call. Hi. Chat, did you make the call? You know, for being superhuman, he doesn't drag bodies very fast. Oh. Moshi, moshi. Where's that go? Oh, cool. Okay. That is an alternate way to get up to the other lab. Do it.
We're working as fast as we can. This pressure you're putting on us doesn't help, you know.
You don't look like the other security people. Did they call you in to deal with the smugglers? I know they've tried to enter the ranch before.
Hey, buddy.
What do you want? I told you people not to barge in here. Wasn't the new biochip design enough?
Dr. Cohh, I'm here to get you out.
Jensen? From Sarif? But we were told we'd been written off.
Not exactly.
Listen, Jensen. They forced me to work for them. I didn't want to create the new biochip, especially since it was based on Sarif's research, but they didn't give me a choice.
No one doubts your loyalty, Dr. Cohh. Do you know what they plan to do with this new biochip?
I'm not sure. They said something about having Tai Young Medical produce it and distribute it through Lim, but I can't be sure.
I know, and I'm here to bring you all back. But to reach Megan, I need you, Colvin, and Faraday to stage lab accidents as a distraction, simultaneously.
Isn't that a little risky? Besides, how will we coordinate these accidents? It's impossible.
Maybe not. But it's that or staying here and eventually ending up like Dr. Sevchenko.
They killed him, didn't they? He kept provoking them, coming up with these wild escape plans. They try to keep us apart as much as possible now. All right, Mr. Jensen. I'm with you. What's our next move?
We need to disable their GPL tracker. I know Dr. Sevchenko was working on something.
Yes, a virus program. We all thought it was too risky considering we had nowhere to go. But I don't have it. You'd better check with Nia or Declan.
Dr. Cohh, the biochip you mentioned was based on Sarif studies?
Yes, I believe so. At first I thought it was merely convergent research, but I've worked with Dr. Reed long enough to recognize her handiwork. Besides, I had been working on something similar back in Detroit.
And your knowledge of it made you invaluable here.
At least to a certain extent. It probably helped us all stay alive. But now with Dr. Shevchenko, I guess we've all become expendable. Except for Dr. Reed, I suppose.
Why do you say that?
It's more of a general feeling, I guess. Back in Detroit, we all realized that we were on the verge of something groundbreaking. And here, well, everyone seems to view her research as crucial in some way.
That might explain why she's being held in a secured area.
Possibly. I'm just glad we're going home. It's kind of hard to believe.
Slow down there, big guy. We're not going home yet.
I haven't been able to locate Dr. Colvin yet. Any idea where she might be?
Yes, I think. For a while, Nia used to work on this floor, but she can be rather headstrong. And I think the guards were afraid she'd try to talk to me. They moved her to a more isolated lab on the second floor of the building. I'm sure it's locked, though. So you'll have to find another way in.
Sit tight, Dr. Koss. When you feel a vibration from your GPL, set off that distraction. That'll be the signal.
I will. Good luck, Mr. Jensen. And hurry.
Griffeline says, didn't Megan create the Grey Death? I don't remember. I don't think so. I mean, I think we get more information about this in Mankind Divided, but let's wait until Mankind Divided to talk about that. Yeah. I think there was like a foundational element or something similar, but let's talk about that later. What's up, guys? Moji Moji. Moji? Moji. Moji Moji. I thought Cohh created the Grey Death. I did. I did. I don't know where they're keeping you. Oh, it's from Vasily. Yeah, we'll find a way to get you home, son. Stay strong. I hear you, Eric, and I understand that. Okay, hold on. I don't mean to rock the boat. Maybe convince them to let... Convince them to let you come by and check out my work in person sometime. I feel it's progressing in the right direction, but since I don't have access to the original Patient X files anymore, I'm simply not sure I'm getting the mutagenic chemical composition right. You know how important that formula is when it comes to stabilizing the nerve interface connection. Without it, these biochips won't work at all. I hear you, Eric, and I understand that. I don't think they'll listen to me. It was hard enough to convince them to allow this level of interaction between us. Soldiers are used to being compartmentalized. They think everyone else should have to be able to work in the dark, too, knowing only half the information. I am reviewing all your work, though, so don't worry. I'll let you know if you're straying too far off. Okay. That's soup. That must be like a really annoying work environment. You're not going to tell me I'm working in the right direction. You're just going to tell me to keep working, and hopefully it's the right way. Cool, cool, cool. Cool, cool, cool. Super nice of you. Does your voicemail start with Moshi Moshi? No, but it's going to now that you've suggested it. Beer's Your Friend said, I'm reading some news about Mankind Divided. Between consoles and PCs to date, sold about 2.5 million copies. They needed 3 million just to break even with their $70 million production budget. Sold 310k units the first week, whereas Tomb Raider sold 3.4 in 4 weeks. Yep, that's exactly right, Beer's Your Friend. And the biggest issue is that because of the augment your pre-order tomfoolery that Square Enix did, there was literally, and I kid you not, there was a giant motion all over the internet to boycott pre-ordering the game. So the reason the sales were low was because the users said, we will not support this. We are not going to buy your game. And there was also a huge rash of people encouraging pirating the game to not give Square Enix money. It was terrible. It was absolutely terrible. So, I mean, it was... They shot themselves 100% in the foot. That was... It sold poorly because of Square Enix. Not because of the game. Because of Square Enix. Yeah, which was really unfortunate. Because then, of course, Square Enix turns around and goes, oh, you don't want to buy the game? Well, cool. Screw you, players. We're going to cancel the franchise then. You know, so I mean, it was a complete and flagrant disregard for their player base. They just Yeah, it's petulant child syndrome. They threw a tantrum because people didn't give them money for their terrible practices, and that's the franchise. Really sucked. Yeah, I know. And now the Square Enix president's talking about NFTs.
Access granted.
Super.